Hello everyone. In this video we'll be going over the female reproductive system. So I have the diagram here already drawn out, and you'll see on both sides there's an ovary. So female has ovaries, and inside the ovaries are her eggs or ovum. And a female is born with all the ovum she'll ever have in her lifetime. So it's about 400,000. And in the ovaries is also estrogen that's produced. And estrogen is just a hormone. It's the hormone that's responsible for the changes that a female goes through during puberty, like the enlarging of breasts and the widening of hips and things like that. So in here in the ovaries is where the eggs develop. All the eggs are undeveloped until the female hits puberty. So then here the eggs develop, and one egg will develop every month. And so the egg, once it's developed, it releases into the fallopian tube and travels into the uterus. So once it releases into the fallopian tube, this process is called ovulation. And during this time, during ovulation, that's when the female sex cell, or the egg, is ready to receive the sperm, which is the male sex cell. So the sperm, it'll come and meet the ovum, and the head and the middle of the sperm will implant itself in the egg, and the tail will fall off. So then the uterus over here, it's preparing to receive and nourish a fertilized egg. So what happens is the uterine walls begin to thicken and fill with blood, and then the fertilized egg, or the zygote, it'll come down and embed itself in the uterine wall, and that will be the start of gestation. And gestation is just the 9 months that a fetus is carried in the womb. So then once the 9 months is over, the baby will travel out of the cervix and down through the vagina. Now, what happens to an unfertilized egg is the ovary will still be released, and it'll travel through the fallopian tube, and the uterus will still continue to prepare to receive a fertilized egg, or a zygote. So the uterine walls will thicken and fill with blood, and it'll receive the unfertilized egg. And then what happens is the female body will it'll eliminate the egg during her menstrual cycle. And so during the menstrual cycle is when all that extra blood and tissue and all that extra stuff that the uterus was preparing, it'll be released and eliminated from the body. And then the cycle will start all over again in the other ovary. So each ovary will take turns releasing an egg every month.